Hello guys, this is CryptoZaggy here again. Okay, so today we want to talk about how to open trade, how to close trade, leverage size, um, margin type, and the amounts you want to use and enter trade, the percentage. So I'm going to talk about it in this video. So today I'll be using WEEX Exchange to be doing the practical. So and I'm doing it on my mobile phone so that everyone can know how to navigate their app on their mobile phone, how to use it on their mobile phone, because yes, most people use mobile phone for trading, so it will be easy for you. Okay, if you're using other exchanges, still learn how to open trade and close trade. It is very easy. So we'll rush the video, that will rush to the place so that we will not waste much time in the video. So in this WEEX exchange, if you check here, you'll see home, market, futures, trade, assets. So I'm going to use demo account for this. So I will click on futures. So if you followed my last video, I made video on how to use WEEX exchange demo account. So I'm currently on demo account. This is not my real fund. So I'm currently on demo account. So here I want to show you how to open trade. So as you can see, this is open long, close long, right? Open long, close long, right? That means if I want to take long trade, sorry, open long, open short, you understand? So if I want to close the trade, that is after I've entered the trade. And in this particular place, you're going to see you're going to see where the road cross. So the road cross combined. So this is margin mode. So this is cross margin, this is isolated margin. So in cross margin, if I'm trading cross margin and if I have $100, I'm giving an example. If I have $100 in the futures account and I'm using cross margin and I risked $5 in a particular trade, and maybe let's say I did not set Excel, or maybe let's say my Excel is more than 100% of the amount I risked. Now that would mean that if the trade is going against me, when it reaches 100% of the amount I put, it will start taking money from my account, that is from the remaining $95 if I'm risking $5 out of $100. So it will start taking money from the remaining $95 so that it can sustain the trade. That is what cross margin does. But if it's isolated margin will not take money from the remaining parts. It will only focus on the money that you risk. Once the market is going against you and it does 100%, isolated margin will close down the trade. You understand? It will close down the trade because it cannot take another fund. You understand? It can only use the amount that you put there. So that's what cross and isolated margin does. You understand? So which means cross margin, if the trade is going against you and you did not set your stop loss and the trade goes more against you, it can blow your account, your whole account. But on an isolated margin, it will only focus on the amount that you put. So it will not blow your account. So that is the two disadvantage. Sorry, that is the disadvantage of cross margin. But advantage is, okay, if you enter a trade, maybe the trade is going against you, you understand? As it's going against you, maybe your Excel is not yet activated, and you set your Excel, and then probably you need about 200% to hold on to your Excel. The cross margin will keep your trade alive. Then your trade may come back to profits, and that is the advantages of cross margin. You see? Now, this place that you see 100%, so this is the leverage. So remember, the leverage determines how much you're going to make. If you're going to make big amount of money, leverage. If you're going to make small amount of money, leverage. If you're going to lose big amount of money, leverage. If you're going to make this thing, so it is leverage. Everything depends on leverage. So now this is leverage. This you will see, you are seeing it. You can adjust to leverage. You want to use 1x leverage, 200x leverage, which offers high leverages. so that you can, so that top traders can decide to use big leverage. So in this particular one, look at it here, and this is how it is. Understand? So in this case, I'm going to be using 100x leverage for this. But remember, the higher your leverage, the higher your risk. The lower your leverage, the lower your risk. The same way, the higher your leverage, the higher your reward. The lower your leverage, the lower your reward. So I'm confirming with 100x. Now here you can see market order. Market order, you can see limits. Now limits, when you are trading with limits, it means that you don't want the trade to activate at a particular market price. You want it to activate, that is you want it to activate in a particular point, understand, where you want to set it. Probably that point is not yet up, so you want to set it. Now let us say I want to use limit order. This is limit order. You understand? Now let's say I want BTC to activate a buy for me, or should I say a sell for me at 94,000, at 94,000, and then I want to risk only 5% of account size. This is it. And my stop loss will be 94,500, and my take profits will be 93,000. Now this is just an example I'm giving you. So right, because I want to sell, that is why my stop loss is higher than my entry, and my take profit is lower than my entry. If I want to buy, my stop loss will be lower than my entry, and my take profit will be higher than my entry. So in this particular case, I've set it at 94,000, right? So I click on short. So this is short. So once it hits 94,000, it will activate my trade. Okay, it's already activated my trade. See, it's already activated my trade. So this is my trade. It's active now. It's currently selling, right? So if I want to use market order, I'll click on market order. And once I click on market order, I set everything. It will enter with market order with the price of the market. So if I want to buy, I click on open long. If I want to sell, I click on open short. It will enter with the market order. Understand? So in this particular video, now let me show you. So here, this is when your trade is active. So here now you have close markets, close. You have close. You have TPXL. Now this TPXL is if you want to set your TPXL. If you did not set it, you can set it here. If you want to set partial TP or partial XL. Now let us say I want to set partial TP. So I want it, if you get to 93,500, this is partial TP. I want it to close about 50% of my position. So this is the 50%. Once you get to 93,500, close it 50%. I've set it. So as you can see, I've set it here. Okay, so as you can see it here, you can see it is already active. I've set it up here. You can see my TP XL is, you can see all TP slash XL is set there. Partial TP slash SL, my partial TP is set up. So now this is the trade. If I want to close with the market price, I can click on close and click on, if I want to close only half of it, I can close half of it, which is 50%. I can close 25% or 20%, any amount of percentage, or 100%, just depending on how I want to close it. Now, if I want to close on market close too, I've closed it. You see? So that is how it is. You understand? So now let us talk about how to enter trades with calculated risk. So in many exchanges, if you go to their features, you understand, you are going to see that if you go to their features and click on the coin you want to trade, you are going to see option for calculator here, especially in some exchanges. But in other exchanges, you can see this three dots here. When you click on the three dots, you see calculator, or you click on calculator. Now, this calculator is to help you calculate how much you are risking. Now, this is the leverage. This is, I'm putting 200%, 200x leverage. Let's say BTC, I want to buy it. I want to sell it at 94,000.
0, 0, 0, and my quantities will always be 1. Why? Because it will help calculate it better. Then close price will be 94,500, right? Okay, that is for the short because I'm shorting the market. So I switch it to short. This is long, this is short. So, so as you can see, I'll click on calculate. Now it will show me that my return on investment will be 106%. That means if I'm risking that 5%, it will be like 5 point something percent loss from the 100% of the $50,000. Understand? So as you can see, it's here. So this is what I know. So now, if I put 100 leverage, you see that the risk, you see, it will be minus 53%. Now, if I put 20x leverage, it will be minus 10%, right? So you see it, the higher your leverage, the higher your risk. Now let us talk about the reward. You understand? So if I'm targeting 93,000 as my take profits, with 20x leverage, I'll be seeing 21%. With 200x leverage, I'll be between 200 and something percent. You see? So that is what you need to understand. The higher your risk, the higher your reward, and the lower your risk, the lower your reward. And the same thing goes with the higher your risk, the higher your loss. If you hit loss, the lower your risk, the lower your loss when you hit loss. Understand? So that is just it. So it's simple. So if you want to buy the market, you click on long, set up everything you want to set up, choose the leverage you think you want to do, so that you know how much is going to take from your account. You know how much it's going to take. If you are using isolated, you know, okay, this is up to 100%, or this is less than 100%. So you know that it's work with isolated margin you grab. So that is just it. You understand? It's just easy. Then this is liquidation price. This 200. This okay. This is 200. This is entry price is 93,000. Let's just say I'm putting, okay, let's just say my balance is $100. Yeah, let's just say $100. Okay, so I'm taking a long and I'm looking for liquidation price. So you see liquidation price will be, hold on. Okay, so if I'm taking a long trade, hold on, let me just put $10,000. Okay, so with $10,000, you see, my liquidation price is far. If I'm risking, if I'm risking only one quality, and then my liquidation price is far here. But then in a case where you have smaller money, your liquidation price will be close. You understand? Because 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 if the market, that if you are using high leverage and the market is volatile, it increases liquidation price. That's what many people don't know in trading. That in exchange, that is in trading with these exchanges. You understand? If you are having high leverage and the market becomes very volatile, yes, your liquidation may be moved closer to your Excel, or even, or it will be moved inside your before your Excel. You understand? To move before your Excel. Why? Because the market has increased in speed. You understand? So that is just it. You understand? This is how to check all these things. This is how to check all this. So that is just it. You see, that is just it. So it's very, very easy. So please subscribe to my channel, and please like, comment what you want to hear in the next video, so that I'll make a next video for you guys. So, and also, if you have not registered with WEEX Exchange, my link will be in the description, or you can check my other video so that you can watch and learn from them. So see you guys next time. Thank you. CryptoZaggy out.